All right, y'all, we are back, and I got something new for y'all today. You see, we've actually moved some more equipment around in here, and I got something that I ended up winning a contest from Bells of Steel here recently, and let me show you what I got from winning. So with that contest, I was able to purchase the plate loaded tower. Now on this plate loaded tower, we didn't just get just the standard. We went on and upgraded to the aluminum pulleys. So that way we're able to get much smoother action off this than what we would with the standard pulleys. Now there's nothing wrong with the standard pulleys, but wasn't much more to upgrade, and I wanted to upgrade. Now I know a lot of y'all are going to look at all these parts and be worried about how to put it together, but don't worry about that. I'm going to show y'all how to put this together step by step to show you just about anyone can put this together. And yes, I know there is a lack of instructions here, but I'll have video on this, and Bells of Steel, I believe, has one as well. Now I'm going to start this out. I have this laying on the ground, or just to make it a little easier on myself. So this piece right here will slide into that channel right there, and these will get bolted right up in here. And if we come down to the bottom, see, we got another place where these will get bolted through there, and that's going to get bolted to there, and which will give us our main tower component to start off with. So to start things out, what I've done, I got everything somewhat laid out. We put this rod right here. We got it bolted two sides and the front. Now the bolt on the front has a nut that will go on the back side, so it'll slide all the way through. Now then we come down here to these two rods, and it's the same thing. There's a little hole in each one of these rods that a bolt's going to slide all the way through, and you'll put a nut on the back side, get these all tightened down. There is washers on all of these bolts as well, so keep that in mind when you're putting this together. So now we're going to come to the opposite end. First thing we're going to do, we got these rubber washers or bushings. We're going to slide on to each one of them, followed by this right here. This is what we're going to put our weights on. It's the weight horn for this machine. So this, let me elevate it a little bit. Can be a little tricky with one person. So that's going to slide on right there. And then we'll come to this piece right here. Like I said, this is going to be adjustment for where we're wanting our arm on there to slide. So next, we'll put this on, slide it down a little, and then I do recommend having this where it's a little easier to work with. I should have had some sort of table or something underneath this. But once we got that on there, then the top part right here, we'll do the same thing. This will bolt, slide into that, this front pole right here, and this will bolt in up here at the top. Now when you are bolting this up, you gotta be real careful, because that rod actually has to go in between these two little nuts. So it can be a little hard, but like I said, all it does, we got two bolts right up there. That is putting this main upright together. Now to keep this stable as we're working on it, we're going to go on and add our legs to this, or feet. And like I said, it's going to bolt on the front and the back. Fairly easy. Now while we're putting this together, before we put our back leg on, we opted for the back upright as well. So this is actually going to bolt in using the same holes to bolt the leg to this unit right here. So that way we're not wasting time and having to unbolt and bolts after we get everything else together to install this. So we're going to install this right now with that foot. That whole top part of that upright, we got these plates and these 4 bolts which will be going at the top of that. Just to show you, so that's how the front foot looks. We come here to the back. That's where this upright wrapped around, bolt through, and then we come up to the top. We got that L bracket all bolted in and secure. Now this thing right here is good and sturdy. Now if you didn't get that upright, you would actually end up with this bracket right here, which is just something to use to help mount it to a wall or something else to help stabilize it anymore. Now it's still recommended you bolt this down or bolt it to something. I got something else in mind. I don't know if it'll happen today or not, but let's keep chugging along on this. So for our next spot, we'll need these pulley holders right here. So they're actually going to bolt right up in here, and that's going to give us our movement for our pulls. And that's where them 2 bolts go. Now that part is all put together. So we've now reached the hardest part of this whole build. Everything's been fairly easy, smooth sailing for the most part, but it's time to start running cables. Like I said, generally on most cable machines, this is always the hardest part, and it can be a challenge, especially we got 13 aluminum pulleys over there just waiting to be put on this machine, and you got to run your cables the right way and put the pulleys in the right order as you're doing this. Otherwise, you will run into some issues. But that's where this video is going to help you out to make sure you get your cables ran the correct way the first time. Now to start off, what I did, I unraveled the first cable and took it all the way back here. So now we'll come to this. We had to bolt this in, and I got to get the right size pulley for that. But then we'll come through and bolt in our first pulley with our cable underneath this pulley right here. Now with our cable coming from down here, we're going to go up and do this pulley next. Now as we come down from both of them pulleys up there, we'll get this and get 2 pulleys lined off in there, and it will bolt together. And this is going to be actually free hanging in here. It'll get tension from another pulley. Now with this pulley, we're going to come all the way up here to the front and get the pulleys bolted in on both sides right there as well. So down, up, and it's going to end up going down again, but let's get these 2 pulleys bolted in. Now all these pulleys so far have been the bigger pulleys. Now coming off this top up here, we're going to switch to this smaller pulley, and this is going to bolt right off in there. Now for this upper cable, we just got these 2 last pulleys left, and they're going to go right there on each side. So before we move to the next cable, so we start down here at the bottom, we go up over this pulley, down under this pulley, back up over that pulley, down and in between 2 pulleys. Now on this next part, we're going to start off, we got this eyelet right there, and it is going to bolt to this tab right down there. So start things off, we should get that in there, get our nuts and washers in there, and that's step 1. So then we're going to take this cable, come up and around this pulley that's hanging up here, and we're going to put another pulley off in there. Now for our last pulley we got to install, like I said, it's going to go right down here at the bottom. So we'll get that put in. And like I said, this is fairly simple to put together. Once we have that in there, last thing to do is put this up through here and put a bolt through this part right here, which I'll zoom in here on just a second. And like I said, last is right there. So the second cable, start down there, up, over this pulley, down that pulley, underneath it, and back up to right there. And once we have that, this thing's ready for use. And there we have it. The Bells of Steel cable tower. All put together. Now, I did end up signing up to become an affiliate with them. You can either click that QR code or the link in the description. It will help me out. Like I said, most of my channel makes its money from affiliate links. And Bells of Steel is my first fitness affiliate link I have on there. A little banner I made through my own shop. But there we have it. This tower is all put together. Now, it's supposed to be bolted to the floor. There's holes to bolt this. Now, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to measure, I'm going to get a cross member and take it from the top part of this and bring it over here somewhere on my rack as high as I can get it. That way it's bolted to the rack and I'm not drilling through my concrete because I don't want to do that. Now, if you recall earlier, I mentioned how I'm not drilling this to mount it into my concrete. Well, I still need to do something to help stabilize this up. So I went back on Bells of Steel website using that QR code right there or the link I have down in the description. It is an affiliate link. It does help me out. But I bought a pull-up bar and some weight horns. That way I'm able to mount this to the back, put some weight on it to help stabilize it up, because something's heavier, it's going to be harder to move. And with this, I'll be able to mount one end up there and mount the other end to this rack. Now, as you see, with this quick fix, I don't have to worry about this machine wanting to pull over. And we have storage for plates, which I did not have from the get-go for the most part. And this machine is fully put together. Let's show you some uses of it. Now with this machine, it's real adjustable. Like I said, we got this trolley that goes up and down. Now, right now, I have this little piece right here to connect both of these together. So that way, whenever I'm doing this, I can get my full weight, whatever is on there. Now, I can take that off. And now this little bracket, which was holding both these together, it's now separate. So now I come over here and individually do one at a time. Now that does mean you're pulling less weight, but at the same time, heck, you're able to do a lot more. Say you want to do your flies or whatever it is. Makes it a lot more user-friendly on different workouts. Now, just to show you a few different things I will be using this machine for. So I come over here and I can get some great flies, especially on these adjustable cable attach, or whatever this cable attachment is. Like I said, it's got several different mounting points on there, so I'm able to fit what's good with me to get the range of motion I am wanting to get with this machine. Now, this right here is the main reason I ended up getting that pull-up bar right there, because the first time I went to try to do this, I was leaning forward real far, and this machine tried to come forward on me. I don't have that issue now. I got weight on the back, Got that bar for it's fully mounted to my rack, which makes this exercise extremely easy. Now I myself, I like to do a lot of lat pull down or push downs. And so with this, like I said, I'm able to adjust exactly where I want and really get a good range of motion while I'm doing this. Like I said, and having this connector in there, I'm getting the full weight that's on there. Now if it's a little too heavy for me and I needed to do a warm up, we can just do the one side, go back to connect that after I'm done with my warm up, and automatically go into my full sets. Now along with this, we can also do a lat pull down. Like I said, where we're racing it back up, I can rearrange you like that. And I can sit down on the floor and do a lat pull down. And with just moving that trolley, I'm now where I can sit here and do low rows. Granted, I have a machine behind me which I need to move right now because didn't know exactly how much room I needed. But we're able to do low rows. Now, only issue I have pretty much with the lat pull down, I have nothing to support my knees on this. Yeah, there's some attachments I can buy, but you don't have to have them where you might not be able to do the weight you're used to doing in, say, a gym or something like that. But you're now doing it from your home gym, which I'd much rather do than having someone else sweat that didn't clean up after themselves all on me. Now this Bell's a Steel cable tower is a great budget machine for any home gym, or if you're wanting to start a home gym. And the amount of exercises or workout routines we can do with this is crazy. I am working on a video where I'll actually dive more into different things we can do with this cable tower. Now, like I said, if you're wanting to get one, I have an affiliate link down below. It definitely helps me out and it makes it where I can afford more equipment or anything to help bring more to this channel. And if you use that affiliate link, let me know, because heck, I own a promotion and product business pretty much. So I want to be able to give something back to you in return, and just admire that beauty back there. Since I've had it in here, I've been using it every single day, even on my leg days. I've been using it. Like I said, it's now become one of my primary machines in here, besides, well, I can't talk about that one yet, but I got a video coming up on something else. But Bell's of Steel have really done great with this machine. The price point's phenomenal, and like I said, they have two different options. You can have some with weights already on there, or you can get one where you add your own weights. Like I said, the price difference is pretty substantial once you get into the ones where you have their weights already on there, but it will save you a lot of time in your routine if you're one of them that is just constantly on the go and you don't have the extra 30 seconds to change over weights or anything like that, where all you're doing is just moving a pin. Or if you're like me, where you also realize, hey, my weights are all the way over there. But I have no issues with it. Like I said, I'll put on the extra weight on the back of the machine, so my weights are right there. No issue there, no complaints. But be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see when I come out with my full video of really using this machine and diving deep down into it. And until next time, y'all take it easy.
You could be my cheat code. Put in work, tell the DJ turn the beat up. Black shades on, you could be my cheat code.